So after The Force Awakens, I was like, yes, Star Wars, amazing, I love it, I can't wait to see it again. After The Last Jedi, I did not have that feeling, but I still think it was a very good film, and I've been thinking about it a lot today.
Yeah, so have I. Like, it's a very different kind of Star Wars film.
Yes.
It doesn't have the same feeling as it.
There was a lot of jokey humor in it.
I'm looking at you, General Hux.
Are they trying to do the Marvel thing?
Yeah. And I mean, I wasn't a fan of it, if I'm honest, because it kind of felt there were funny moments in The Force Awakens, but they always felt like they were just as a consequence of whatever else was going on. Whereas in The Last Jedi, it felt like there were a lot of sequences, like entire sequences, where it was just like, well, we better do the funny bit now, I guess.
Really?
But there were also bits where it felt natural, like for example, I'll just say a line when a pilot goes, "Right away, sir." That was very funny, and it fitted perfectly. But there were a lot of bits like,
Yes,
hold the
that
line.
one
and,
did. I'll give you that.
Like all that. I don't know, man. There were just some bits that didn't sit right for me. But I don't want to. I still like
I
the
know what
film.
you mean. Like, it's got a very different feel. Like, I liked it. I did enjoy it. There were bits that made me go, okay, that's different. But yeah, like.
So you're saying you're Star Wars Gen 1ers?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah. I mean, this is my. I'm kind of.
They're the only ones I've ever watched properly and enjoyed properly. So
there is an element of playing devil's advocate at this stage, because I know everyone is just saying nothing but good things about it. So I kind of want to point out the not so good things.
you want to be hipster about it?
Well, yeah, because even though I really.
I definitely have some problems with it.
Even I want to make it clear, even though I really enjoyed it and I'm a big Star Wars fan and I'm going to see it again on Tuesday, I don't like just blindly going, yes, this is amazing. I always
definitely.
yeah. Anyway,
the thing is, I have with Force Awakens, I had to really think to try and find some things that I didn't really like about it. But with Last Jedi, there are three very particular things that I did not like.
I think part of it as well is because it's got such a different feel, as you'd expect, being written and directed by a different person. I don't know whether it's like when a band releases an album that's completely different to their first one, and you're like, what the hell is this? But if you listen to it a couple of times, you actually realise, actually, this is good. It's just not what I was expecting the first time. It could be that, I don't know, but...
It's like if Queen randomly did a polka album.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good, but not quite what you imagine.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
or maybe more like a Queen cover band trying to do Queen.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Closer.
Does it feel like a cover? Feels like someone else is trying to do Star Wars but not quite getting it.
No, I still...
No.
It still felt like...
It still felt Star Wars.
I kind of want to compare it to like Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but changed up enough to be different.
Yeah, to make you kind of go, hang on a minute.
Where are we going with this?
Are we just getting old?
No, it's the universe that's wrong.
Everyone else is getting younger.
I mean...
Right, okay. So I think that's enough for the spoiler-free section. We
have to do spoilers now. If you don't want to have spoilers, jump to
check the description. I'll put the start and end timestamps, and I'll put a little jingle in to cover it up.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So see you after the spoilers.
Go for it.
They wasted Phasma.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my god, Phasma was wasted.
So in the Force Awakens, there was this awesome person.
Not up to date. Who is Phasma?
So Captain Phasma is the silver stormtrooper you see everywhere with the cloak.
I've seen pictures of that. Yeah.
So in the Force Awakens, you were like, "Who is this badass person? Is the new Boba Fett kind of thing?" And then nothing. She didn't do anything, and then she just shows up out of nowhere in The Last Jedi for one awesome scene, and then they kill her.
See,
Big brother, is it time for my cameo yet?
Shut up, Phasma. But so in between Last Jedi and Force Awakens, there was a book set or a comic book or something like that called Phasma, where it details her escape from Starkiller Base in about 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, she manages to recover, and escape in about 10 minutes or so.
I mean, it's
and
not
it is
escaping from a
amazing.
Sarlacc's stomach, is it? Let's see.
No, but it is getting off a planet and fucking over some stormtroopers.
I suppose
along
I
the way.
forgot that the
It's
place
absolutely
exploded.
brilliant. Yeah. But like, I don't want to think she's dead. She can't be dead, because the way she dies is she gets knocked. She has a Disney death where the floor collapses around her and then falls into a plume of fire or whatever. But
Run, you fools.
Yeah, fly.
Fly. It's been a while. I will give it. It's been a while.
Before that, they showed her armor actually reflecting a blaster bolt.
That was awesome.
It's taken 9 fucking films for them to have the armor of a stormtrooper actually fucking do something.
It was funny because I was speaking to someone at work about this like the day before, and we were saying, why do they bother with the bloody armor?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like people shooting at Batman or Superman or something, and then suddenly the floor just gives way, and that's how they get killed, rather than any of this action and violence.
No, she did get beaten up beforehand.
Okay,
but then she died by
Yeah.
the floor falling away. So I suppose, like you say, Rich, it does open up the possibility that she could come.
Yeah.
It
I mean, if Boba Fett can
opens
come out
up.
of a if Boba Fett can come back from being eaten, then I'm pretty sure that Phasma can survive being knocked out.
Yeah.
Because Snoke's ship didn't get destroyed.
That's true. Very true.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Yep.
One more.
What was the point of Snoke?
Yeah. I mean, it was a fucking surprise when
It came right the fuck out of left field.
yeah, but at the same time, I kind of felt like, yeah, we don't know anything about him, which I suppose is nice in a way, but at the same time, it's kind of, he was meant to be the big bad.
Yeah, it's nice in the way that it's a mystery and it's something we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's really annoying in the fact that we knew literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if we had, like, a little bit of backstory, like, oh, he learned his force powers from this, and he became the leader of the First Order because of that. Like, that's all we need. Just, like, a little bit of,
Yeah.
not so much backstory, but just a little bit of exposition. Like, why should I care? Why should I be threatened by this person?
He's almost
who can
like
do
the
all these
Emperor
Now you see-
in the original trilogy, where you don't know anything about him there other than that he's the Emperor. But at least in that one, we had the prequels who explained who he was, whereas in this one, we've
But
already
even
had
then-
the prequels.
But even then, we knew he was a Sith Lord who was the Emperor of the Empire.
Yeah.
That's more than we know about Snoke.
I suppose, but Snoke was just at nowhere. Yeah.
And you too can
was
find
he a
out
Sith?
who he is if you buy the comic in 2018.
No joke, I really fucking would do that. But, like...
But that's
It's just-
usually the way it goes. If you want detailed backstories about characters like that, you normally have to get the side media.
Talking about that coming out, there's death coming out of nowhere, though. And what the Last Jedi did a lot of was sort of like curveballs and making you expect one thing and then doing another.
Yes,
so you have Kylo kill Snoke, and then you're like, oh, and that scene where him and Rey are fighting the guards was really cool because it was like,
that was
holy shit,
amazing.
this dream team of all the good guys again. But then he's not a good guy, and it kind of throws that in your face. And there was a bit where Snoke is talking to Rey and goes, Skywalker. Or so I thought. It was like, Snoke, you.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm kind of happy her parents were nobody.
Yeah, that was good that they did that. Although I was still holding out for the Rey Kenobi theory. That was my favourite.
Yeah, so am I. Like, part of me is thinking Kylo was just saying that just to fuck with her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, oh, you were nobody, but you can be somebody with me. You know.
Yeah.
But
Disappointed with Luke, even though Mark Hamill's performance was really cool.
It's weird for me that he's gone now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I'll rate Mark Hamill any day. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. But it's weird because in the old expanded universe, they did so much with Luke. And, like, everything, like so many stories, and this just kind of feels like not that they're wasting it, but that they're taking away so many potential opportunities.
Yeah, because I guess I kind of expected him to be the mentor throughout the whole thing, but I suppose they're kind of aping the original trilogy where the mentor has to pass the baton on and then disappears. Like, speaking of which, it was nice to see Frank Oz back.
Yes, that was amazing. Yeah, Yoda came back for a little cameo.
Like
little puppet Yoda. That was
page turners, they are not.
Easterners, they were not.
That's the one. Oh, fuck me, that's good. And also, because I mentioned about them sort of copying the original trilogy, that was one of the criticisms of The Force Awakens. And then in The Last Jedi, they didn't do that, but they did have a more kind of character-driven second part. And they had people in the trenches on a white planet against AT-ATs and like mega AT-ATs or whatever they were.
Yeah, but it's reversed.
Yeah.
They're holding out instead of trying to escape.
Yeah, I suppose. But I thought,
and it's also quite nice that the rebels this time were on the on the right hand side of the screen, and the invaders were on the left.
That's what I thought you meant by reversed. But I know
it's quite nice.
When they actually all lined up with their guns in the trenches, I'm pretty certain it was exactly the same shot from Empire Strikes Back, but obviously reshot.
I think it was.
Yeah,
but it wasn't snow; it was salt.
Yes, that's true. But it was nice to see a reference, but at the same time, it kind of felt after what happened in The Force Awakens, where they just kind of copied the same plot. It kind of felt a little bit, well, hang on, guys, come on, you've done this.
I mean, oh, it's the second part of the franchise. Yoda appears. There's a fight on a planet. There's running away in space and going to another location, which is ultimately pointless. And that leads me on to my next point.
Yes.
Finn and Rose were useless.
Yeah, they kind of were.
Like, the whole sequence with them on that casino planet, you could lose that entire section and not lose anything.
Yeah, it was a bit of a Shaggy Dog story, wasn't it? It kind of went nowhere.
Tell you something, you swap Finn and Rose for Ezra and Sabine from Star Wars Rebels and BB-8 for Chopper, and you have an episode of Star Wars Rebels right there.
Actually,
like, not even kidding, that was an episode of Star Wars Rebels. It might as well have been.
Someone made a point in a review of The Last Jedi that I read last night after watching the film, where they said that what's his face, Rian Johnson, who wrote it, has been signed up to do another film trilogy that's unconnected to the main trilogy, and so this seemed to be like he was just wanting to do a bit of world building or something. So yeah,
which, I do like the world building. Yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
But it was
that's why I love Rogue One so much, because it added so much lore to
I think of the Disney Star Wars films, Rogue One's probably my favourite, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll see what I see after I see Last Jedi again. It kind of
that's fair.
Whilst I was watching the film, I kind of felt like I was waiting for the main plot to start. Because it starts off with them running away and from the First Order fleet, and that just kind of carried on, and it was really sad because I was so excited, but I was a bit disappointed when I was watching the film, thinking, is this the plot? I thought this was just the start.
That takes place over a couple of hours.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
then
what's
the denouement was good, but I was I don't know, I was a bit disappointed. But then, like I said, today I was thinking about it loads, so I guess that was the main point of it. It wasn't about these big explosive stuff like it was in The Force Awakens. It was just about what it means to be good and bad, because it was like, do we need a good side and a bad side? Do we need Jedi and Sith, or are they just people? I think was the point of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what is the nature of the Force? The Force isn't inherently good or evil, it's what you do with it.
I loved it when Rey was asking Luke, yes, but what is it? And like just waiting for him to say midichlorians.
And the bit with the leaf where he tickles it, it's like, I feel it.
Yeah,
that's so good.
Mark Hamill was really good at it. He was a perfect grumpy old man, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was half expecting to get like a Joker laugh in there somewhere.
Yeah. Alas. It was
anything else you didn't like or really like?
Let me see what happened in the film. I didn't like that one particular shot where the top of the ATST blew off and the camera zoomed in to reveal the comic japes of BB-8.
Oh, it's BB-8. To be honest, though, you kind of thought it was going to be DJ, though, didn't you?
The what?
The slicer.
Say again?
The hacker.
Oh,
okay, you thought it was going to be the hacker, but nope, it's BB-8.
No, I kind of assumed it was going to be BB-8 because I thought, oh, they're doing this.
Yeah, it's like, we haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, it was just like
buy our toys.
The camera does the comedy sort of pan in. Oh, it's BB-8. I was, you know that GIF with the dog looking at the birthday cake where images of the Vietnam War flash up as the comedy pan in happens. Like I was zoom in rather, I was like having flashbacks of like Jar Jar Binks trying to eat some food from the Mos Eisley market, and he burned his tongue on the pod racer.
Why did you put that back in my head? Fuck you. But yeah, yeah, like
I did like, again, it was all these twists and turns. I did like the kind of the cross and the double cross of the hacker man, and that's the kind of plot lines I like, though, and the kind of stories and the characters where there isn't a good... It's like in the prequels, I think Dooku shouldn't have been a Sith Lord. It should have been, we're fighting the big bad guy, and then you meet him and you realise he's actually got a point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that you can extrapolate that and kind of understand what I liked about The Last Jedi.
That's fair. One other thing that did kind of annoy me, Vice Admiral Haldo, whatever her name was.
Oh yeah.
Holden.
Yeah.
Why didn't she say what the plan was?
Yeah. That was a bit silly.
If you say that the plan is, okay, we're going to abandon these ships and then head down to this planet so we can send out a distress call and people come to save us, that would have been fine. But no, instead, we're going to carry on flying while they shoot at us.
Yeah, because it just made us seem like an idiot, which from a storytelling perspective, allows the story to unfold, but no, plot holes.
Yeah, like, if you're in command of a fleet and somebody is calling you a traitor, at that point you might want to, explain
just because she's got a stick up her bum about Poe Dameron's like being too reckless. Like, she could just say to him, and then he'd stop being reckless because he'd understand.
Yeah. It's like,
and then her personality changes completely, it seems, and she stops having a stick up her ass and is all the being heroic, and it's kind of
because Leia became alive again.
Inconsistent.
Although, mind you, that shot of the ship going through
that was a major highlight.
Oh, that was fucking gorgeous.
That was great.
Where it just straight through the ship and then silence.
It's awesome. It reminded me of the of Jango Fett's sonic bombs,
seismic charges. I love those things. I've actually got some of them in X-Wing, and I love using them. That's probably one of the best sound effects in Star Wars.
I'll put the sound effect in.
Yes.
And then a copyright strike or something. It's for review purposes. But yeah, because what is it that is it Han Solo that says something about, if you get the jump wrong, there'll be parts of us in 3 star systems or something.
Yeah,
it was quite cool to see that actually happen.
Yeah, because the logic of hyperspace in the Star Wars universe is that the things like planets and stations and things like that still have a presence in hyperspace, but hyperspace is just finding a route between them.
Yeah.
So that's why if you go into hyperspace for something, you're gonna fucking smash into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got part of that sentence.
You'll hear it back when you listen to the thing, if you ever do.
I agree with you in the future.
It'll make sense in the final cut.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
and Leia's fucking spacewalk.
Oh, her little space jolly.
Yeah, I love the fact she used the Force.
Yeah, that was cool, but it was corny as fuck. I thought they were just killing her off because obviously Carrie Fisher died. I thought that was her dying. But yeah, no. Apparently she I don't know. She's fucking Wally now.
I did like that she used the Force, but it would have been nice if she'd done some sort of like quick meditation or something like that, and then or if they'd like managed to scoop her up with like something.
Yeah.
Transport that picked her up.
Speaking of the Force, did you catch the little Force sensitive cleaner at the end?
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's gonna be interesting. But like, also they killed off Admiral Akbar.
I know.
Oh, it was just like a throwaway line as well. I was just like, no.
Oh no,
Akbar.
Okay, now even me, I'll jump in there and say that's a bit.
Yeah,
you're killing off a character, like not just a character, but like a fan-loved character.
The trap has been sprung.
There will be no more traps.
Oh. Well, there might be, but no one will tell us.
There'll be plenty. Yeah, there'll be plenty of traps. We just won't have any kind of warning.
It would have been nice if, like, instead of Admiral Holden, they had Admiral Akbar staying behind and giving his life to give everyone else, because the name of their flagship was the Radus.
Oh, was
which
it really?
Is the name? Yeah, which is the name of the admiral from Rogue One who sacrificed himself so they could get away with the Death Star plans.
That's fucking cool.
That would have been so nice.
That's a really cool reference. That's like a fucking George R.R. Martin, that is.
Yeah, like that's really cool. Like little thing like that, and the fact that Luke actually mentions Darth Sidious by name is a very nice thing that linked the prequels into the current trilogy.
Yes.
Nice thing for some, not quite for others.
It finally makes it feel like a whole connected universe.
Yeah.
I think having Ewan McGregor as, if he appeared as a Force ghost of Obi-Wan, that would cement it.
I was waiting for him to show up because
I know, that would have been so cool.
Luke pauses at the doorway to that tree, doesn't he? And I thought he was going to turn around.
Yeah, because Yoda's turned up. I'm half expecting Obi-Wan to turn up as well, and that would have been nice. But apparently they don't want Ewan McGregor to play Obi-Wan.
They're saving him up for the film that was promised.
Oh, swear to God, it better be a fucking Western.
Oh, be amazing.
Can you imagine a Star Wars Western with Obi-Wan?
Hello there.
Hello there, a Star Wars story.
Yes.
That would be, because like,
Big Trouble in Little Isley. I don't know.
A fistful of credits.
Yeah.
You're just
The Battle of Little Bantha Horn.
Now.
Paint your speeder.
If you have any film titles, please write in.
The Good, the Bad, and the Tuscan.
Yes.
I don't know why my brain instantly went The Good, the Bad, and the Wampa. Like,
Oh man. So yeah, yep. Kathleen Kennedy, if you're listening, as I know you are, there's some ideas for you, and get in touch. We'll send you the what's it called, the proof, the little synopsis bit. I can't remember.
The pre-roll, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Just get in touch with us. London W12 6
BBB 6 BB8. There you go.
One final thing. The Porgs. What do you think?
Yes. Adorable, but not very lifelike.
I used to collect them back in the 90s. I remember porgs.
I did.
Well done, Oz. You made me laugh. Good job.
Come on.
I did. The best part about the Porgs was Chewbacca dealing with them.
Oh my
God! When there's one in
God.
the cockpit, he just goes, "Get off of there!" But in Wookiee speak.
The bit where he was trying to eat one.
I just had an image
God.
of Chewie playing with pogs.
But I feel a bit sad because I think there would have been some Porgs nesting on the outside of the Millennium Falcon, and I hope they took the time to clear them off before they took off.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, but don't forget, Chewie tried to eat one.
That's true.
He had cooked and, he had killed and cooked and eaten a Porg. Like, that was one dead Porg on that stick.
That's true. Peter won't be happy.
It's the circle of life. It's nature, isn't it?
Yeah, but what isn't mentioned at that point, Oz, is the fact that while Chewie is trying to eat that dead Porg, there are other Porgs watching him, looking horrified.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know, like,
it becomes a torture scene.
I
was confused from an anthropologist's point of view. These are just like little nesting bird things. They don't have a civilization, but apparently they have very complex minds and able to, employ the puppy dog eyes and all sorts. And I was like, how clever are these things? Are they animals or are they people? I just don't understand.
I'd say they're on the level of intelligence of, like, small dogs.
Very small dog.
Yeah.
But if you had a dog's corpse that you just cooked,
Or Pokemon.
would a dog know?
Probably?
I don't know. They might just think, oh, that smells nice.
If it was the dog's brother, then maybe. Because the way those Porgs were looking at it, it kind of implied that it wasn't just a Porg.
It was like the king of the Porgs.
It was like their father or something like that.
So Chewbacca goes, and the subtitles say, they never told you what happened to your father. And then
it's like, your king is dead, I am your god now.
He told me enough. He told me you cooked and ate him.
No, I am your Porg.
But yeah.
Yeah, on the whole, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, ditto. And
Do you have ratings?
I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. So worth a
7.
watch, definitely.
Yeah. 7.5, I'd say, at the moment, 7.5.
Above average.
I have to bump it up just because I'm a big Star Wars fan. That's how it works.
So am I. But, like, the 3 points I mentioned, don't know why I have it 4 fingers then, the 3 points I mentioned, and, like, it was really fucking long as well.
It was long.
That's
like,
just
2.5 hours
nowadays,
ish.
though.
Yeah, but, like, you could have cut out that bit with Finn and Rose, and you would have saved, like, half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got about half a word of that sentence.
You could have cut out the bit with Finn and Rose and saved about half an hour.
Half an hour? Guessing half an hour? An hour? 20 minutes? We could have saved ourselves something. You could have saved yourself car insurance.
Oh dear. But yes, no,
I could have saved myself fucking time if I got a decent internet connection.
Yeah, it was too long. I've got to be honest. I was going to say 8, but I added the and a half because I got kind of self-aware. That's not the right word. I was already self-aware. I think. At least I'm told that I was.
You didn't want people backlashing at you for rating it too low.
Yeah, but now Rich has said. What did you say, Rich?
7.
7.5 or 8. 7.5
Yeah,
or 8.
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, I'm just going to copy you, Rich, and agree with your rating because
you didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, I did. Because there was a lot of things I didn't like about it, unfortunately, but I still liked it enough to give it a high score.
Yes, agreed.
Can't wait till the next one now. Only 2 years to go. What's the scheduled film for next year? Is it the Boba Fett one?
Solo.
Oh, Solo. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that one.
No. Who's getting their solo film this time?
Han Solo.
Yeah, but who's getting the film?
Han.
I know.
Fucking Lando, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Falcon.
About time Lando's getting his own solo film, yep. Actually, that's a buddy cop movie I want to see.
Apparently that's what this one was going to be.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah, no, it was Phil Lord and Chris Miller, wasn't it? The Lego Movie guys.
Yep.
But they got sacked.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, they parted ways, which means they got sacked.
Because they were just too good at it.
Well, I guess
Let's hope.
Yeah, I guess it just wasn't the obviously not what they were after.
Not what Disney wanted. And if Disney don't want it, no one gets it.
Exactly.